and between the output knob on your guitar, you have a lot of points within that signal chain that you can affect the overall volume and gain and whatever else. Oh, I can actually see you guys without my glasses. So yeah, there's a lot of places. Now, the only caveat to that is that on a guitar, for example, it's only an attenuator. It's not an active circuit, probably, unless you're playing EMGs or some other active pickup. So as you back off the volume on your guitar, you can only get quieter from full blast, I'll say. Whereas your effects pedals have a battery, and your amp, of course, obviously has power, so they can actually boost signal. Any other questions about anything at all that we've talked about today?
Back to the volume knob thing.
Yeah.
I understand going from rhythm to lead and stuff. It sounded like your email that you, like in between each lick, you actually work the volume knob too?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, his question was that from my email, it sounded like I worked the volume knob just in between licks, even, and I do. I don't know, anybody happen to notice that last night when I was playing? Like, I'll be playing and it's, Q's turn to solo, I just spin the volume off.
No, I mean, what I meant is like you play a lick and then you turn it down and you turn it up again and play another lick?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's enough space in between it, absolutely, yeah.
I know you're using the pedal more. You can do it, but I saw you put on the pedal.
Yeah, on my rig, I do run a volume pedal. If I need a more, I'm kind of doing two jobs. I wouldn't run a volume pedal on my guitar rig, except that I'm mixing the entire sound of the band from stage. You know what I mean? I'm running all the, there's not just me, and so as if we play a song where the drums are hitting harder and the band is louder as a whole, then I'll push up that volume pedal a little bit so that the whole band is getting louder and I'm not getting lost. If we're playing a more mellow song, I'll back off on that volume, because that volume pedal is global volume in my rig. You know what I mean? So it's total output, and I can crank it back and it's off. So I have really large control with the pedal, and I have subtle control here. I can do the whole gig without the volume pedal, but it makes it a little bit more convenient that I don't have to reach down and change a knob very often.
How about your selector switch?
My selector switch, when do I use which? It's all what I want to hear. There's no rule to that. It's just, I want to hear this sound now, so I put it there. Any other questions? Nothing? Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Learn something today?
Yeah.
Who's freaking out? Not bad. Hey, let me, you know what, we're running a little bit late, as Ryan mentioned. Lunch was supposed to be here at noon. I think the restaurant, we had a little bit of confusion about what time the food was supposed to be ready today. So, I got a couple of questions about whether or not I would have any courses for sale here today. And the short answer is yes and no, as always. What you guys probably, I know some of you know this, but not everybody will know this. I don't actually stock the courses at my house. It's not like I have a big, it's not like I have a bedroom with all these boxes of courses, and I physically mail them out. When you order one, it goes to a place actually based out of Illinois that they do a phenomenal job. I've worked with them for several years, and they manage to always get stuff out in a day, which I think is pretty awesome. But anyway, they actually print the stuff and they put it in the shrink wrap and they package it all up and they send it out for me, and truly that organization is the primary reason I'm able to do what I do. So I do not have a lot of stuff on me. Occasionally one comes back, or for whatever reason, and it comes to me, and I have a few. I have like one copy of the Slow Blues supplement. I was looking through my box this morning to see what I have. I have like one copy of the Slow Blues supplement. I think I have one copy of Beginning Blues Guitar. I think I have one copy or two copies of BGU. I've got the 29 Blues Jam tracks. I've got just the CDs. I don't have a printed manual. So like I said, I have a few things. But how many of you, and I know you guys have been kind of busy this week, and I get that. But I sent out a couple of videos. I think one was Sunday or Monday about strumming and rhythm and everything. Well, as it turns out, as you might have guessed, I have a brand new DVD series called Strumming and Rhythm Mastery. And what I've sent out so far are the first 2 lessons. Basically, I've sent you the first DVD so far. It has 19 lessons throughout on everything from, I'll be perfectly honest because it's just between us, I just ripped off a bunch of tunes and showed you how to strum them. It's really not complicated. I took songs like Brown Eyed Girl and Margaritaville and listened to the music and Long Train Running and Sex Machine by James Brown. I mean, I really ran the gamut. There's so much in there, but it's, all the sort of 90s, double time, Oasis pop stuff. I mean, it's not a blues specific course. It is how to strum, how to keep time with your right arm. And you've seen how it's broken down so far. It's, when you see a quarter note, you do this. When you see an eighth note, you do this. It's designed so that you do not have to have the book. You can put the book on the shelf, watch the DVD, and get through the whole thing. However, I know a lot of guys like to see it written out. I get that. I appreciate that. I think it's a good thing. So it's got, of course, the DVDs. I think there's 6 of them. There's a couple of CDs to play along with, and there's a book. So it's it's full. It's not. This is not one of the little. This would not go in the smaller courses area. This will get an area to perform all on its own. So, when it comes out and everything, it'll be 147. Nobody has ever seen this but you until today. So my big goal was to get it so that I can present it to you. You can have it before anyone even sees that it exists or even knows that it exists. So I have a bunch of copies. I brought them with me. If you'd like one, they're half price for you. And what is that? I'll figure that out. We'll probably just make it. Let's call it 70. It's now the new math is it's 73.50, I guess it would be, but that's going to be hard to type into the right. So I do have I got one of those little phone credit card swiper reader things. So anyway, if you're interested, I have enough copies. Everybody can get one if you want. If you don't, that's okay. I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you have to get this. We've had a lot of people asking for this over the last couple of years, so I went ahead and did it, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's very useful. I think it's very important. It was kind of fun to actually step outside of the blues idiom. It's got blues and it's got blues and A in there. It's got some how to do some swing rhythms and stuff like that. But by and large, it's how to strum and how to keep time, and it's all about that. So if you're interested, I will have those. They're in a box right now, but I'm going to try and get them out while we have lunch. There's also a table back here. I have a few different T-shirts from the band. We have some hats. Yada yada yada. There's a few different things. Please feel free to look around. If you haven't signed the banner, please take a moment and do that. And I can't think of anything else. Does anybody have any questions?
Interviews in the hall?
I will do that too. Yeah, I'll say something about that. Any other questions, real quick? Oh, the links. There looks like 2 or 3 up here on the speaker. Yes. Yes.
I just had a question about
what is Kids Rock Free? Kids Rock Free is a program that they run here that gives free music lessons to kids in this area who can't otherwise afford them or don't get them in school or whatever. It's a very popular program. Do you know how long that's been running, Kelly? 12 years? Yeah, 12 to 13,000 students, 12 years. It's a big deal in this area. As many of you know, my wife was a band director in this area for many years, and a lot of kids that we see go through here, and they put bands together and they do shows, and I mean it's really cool. And obviously it takes a lot to keep it running, but for a lot of these kids, they would never get music any other way. So obviously we support that. Also, in the back, running the video camera is Alex. Everybody say, "Hi, Alex!" Alex is, like many of you, Alex is a 3-peat offender, having been here and filmed us in some way, shape, or form every year so far. He will be out in the lobby with a camera while we are on our break here. If you are interested or willing to stand in front of that camera and tell the world how wonderful I am, I won't stop. Specifically, if you can talk about your experience with the Blues Guitar Unleashed course or the Acoustic Blues Guitar Unleashed course, or whatever specific course you've been closest to or connected with, or whatever, how your experience has been with that. Of course, talk about your experiences here. Just whatever. He'll basically, go out there and say 3, 2, 1, go, and just say, tell us about your experience with Griff, and how you just tell us your story. That's what I love. I love to
What
get.
did you ever do with the other ones we did?
You know what? I have them, and actually, I finally. It took. Long story short, it took me a long time to find them. Alex brought 60 tapes this year. And so you can imagine how long it takes to go through all of these tapes at the end. So I worry about, getting all your DVDs done and stuff after this. So what happens is the rest of that footage sits on the computer until I have time to get to finding all those snippets. But I did find them.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to put them up on a webpage and say, hey, everybody, look how cool I am. That's what I'm going to do with them.
I think you and Laura were sitting around the house on Friday night watching it.
Well, I already did that, actually. How about an infomercial? Good Lord, I don't know. I'd probably have to hire like some newscaster guy, right? Don't I have to have somebody who stands up here and tells me and says, this is the secrets of blues guitar that they don't want you to know. I think I'm required to say that in order to make that work. Anything else? Anything I can tell you? Let's take a break. Let's have some lunch. I think it looks like we're getting pretty close. Try not to crowd. We're doing Mexican today. This is one of my favorite Mexican restaurants. It's called Miguel's. If some of you guys might have had Miguel's Jr. while you were here, Miguel's is actually a little bit different. It's a little bit. So please enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in about an hour. Yes. Oh yes. By the way, the museum is open. If you want to check out the museum, it is open.